Okay, the next problem that we're going to be working on for our Chapter 7 test review is finding the circumference and area of a circle with a diameter of 22 centimeters. So here's a sketch of our circle. The diameter is the chord that goes right through the center of your circle. And we have 22 centimeters for that. And we're supposed to use an approximation for pi of 3.14. So pi is approximately 3.14. Now the circumference of a circle is always pi times your diameter. You also might see that written as 2 times pi times the radius, because the diameter is just twice the radius. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug in here. We have pi times our diameter, so that's going to be pi times 22. And if it tells you to give your answer in terms of pi, you just say the answer is 22 pi. If you're supposed to give it as an approximation with 3.14 as the approximation for pi, then we would put in 3.14 and take that times 22. And the instructions say to round to the nearest hundredth as needed. So if we take 3.14 times 22, that gives us 69.08. And that would be in centimeters. It's just one dimensional. Circumference is just one dimensional. It's the distance around your circle. So it takes about a little more than 3 of those diameters to wrap around the circle. It's actually pi of those diameters, 3.14. The decimals go on and on and on. So a little more than 3 diameters wrap around the circle to get your circumference. Okay, so these are your 2 circumference formulas right here that you should make sure you get down on your note card for the test. Okay, next we're going to find the area of the circle. To find the area, I want you to think about the radius, which in this case would be 11. And we're going to, because that's half of 22, we're going to draw a square with that radius. So it's an 11 by 11 square. That's your radius square. Okay, so it takes a little more than 3 of these radius squares to fill in the full circle. So if you cut off this little corner right and put it on the side, so we have pi radius squares is the area of a circle. Okay, so using 3.14 as our approximation for pi, we would have 3.14 times our radius squared. So we have 3.14 times 11 squared, which is 121. Rounding it to the nearest hundredth, we have 379.94. And then area is a 2-dimensional. So we should write this as centimeters squared. And this should be an approximate symbol right here because 3.14 is an approximation for pi. Okay, next we're going to find the area of a region that includes half of a square. Or sorry, half of a circle. So we've got a rectangle. And then we're going to put half a circle onto that. We're supposed to find the area of the entire region. Now, the information that we're given is that the height of this rectangle is 16 meters. And the length of the rectangle is 19 meters. We're supposed to find the area of the entire region. Well, we can just break this up first into the rectangle and then the half circle, and then we can put those areas together to have the entire area. So first of all, we'll do length times width. So we have 16 times 19 is 304 square meters. And then we now have to find the area of this half circle. Well, the full diameter is 16 meters, so the radius is just 8. Let's take half of 16. And the area of a circle is pi r squared. So we've got pi times our 8 squared. And we're told to use 3.14 as the approximation. But there's something that we have to keep in mind, is that this is a half circle, it's not a full circle. So we're going to need to do the area of the semicircle. We're going to do it with the approximation, 3.14, I'll make it a squiggly for the approximately, times 8 squared, which is 64. And we have to cut that in half now because we only have half a circle there. Okay, so if we do that, we have 3.14 times 64 divided by 2 is 108.48. Is the area of our semicircle. And now we have to put that together with the 304 so we get the area of a full figure. So the area of the whole thing is going to be 304 plus 100.48. Giving us 404.48. Should have been 100.
There's something.
And again, area is units squared. So that would be square meters.
404 times